Hello, everybody. It's me, Oscar, the Ozman, and I just completed the last Guardian over this past weekend of the 1st of January, 2017. So this is going to be my review, and it does not have any spoilers, but it does have gameplay from the beginning of the game. So keep that in mind. Um, so where to start with this game? Let's start with the negatives, because there's a few negatives in here. And to me, one of the negatives that I noticed immediately was the camera angle and the way it wobbles around. Um, in certain instances, it gets stuck behind Trico. As I'm climbing him, it gets placed in front at weird angles of this child, and it doesn't work very well for certain platforming elements. Now, that being said, it's not game breaking. It doesn't prevent me from doing what I need to do. It just means it's a little more challenging than I would like it to be. That aside, I don't think the other one's a negative. It's just me minor complaint about this game is objectives are very difficult to find in poorly lit areas. That's not really a complaint, by the way. It was actually kind of fun trying to figure things out. So, is that thing glowing up there? So I already beat the game, but I'm still wondering if there's stuff I missed. I don't think there is though. So let's get on to graphics, and I don't know if you guys can tell with my poor recording quality of 720p, but this game is gorgeous. From lighting to shading to textures, the texture mapping in this is some of the best on the PS4. Plenty of sound design as well to complement the environment. So the game really sucks you in. And I think that's one of the reasons I really got into this. Because gameplay wise, it's pretty simple besides platforming and puzzle solving. Traversing the environment with Trico. And here he is. That is Trico. And I'm not sure who the last Guardian is. I don't know if it's the kid or if it's Trico. I'm not sure. I'll let you guys figure that out when you get to the end of the game. Whoa. Epilepsy. It's going into an epileptic seizure right here. But as I was saying with graphics, really nothing to gripe about there. Everything. Look at this sunlight. The sunlight, the way it reflects off Trico's feathers. It's all highly detailed, highly immersive. Like they're shadowing. Look at that. They're shadowing when I go underneath his feathers. Did he eat it? No, he hasn't ate this one. Oh, never mind. He took it. Huh. I didn't notice that up there before. It's awesome. Honestly, out of 10, I would say the graphics here are like they are a 10. Without a shadow of doubt. Now let's call them. There's another, I guess another gripe of mine would be the controls in here. Not only trying to get Trico to do what I want him to do, but just staying in place. Maybe I'm just a crappy player. So I wouldn't let that be a deterring factor of why you wouldn't play it. Now sound, I did turn the sound down for this recording. Now from the awesome voice acting, Trico's howls and cries, the child stumbling around, his grunts as well. It's so well designed. Everything makes the sound you think it should make, lending even more to the immersion. And again, immersion, that's the word you should be thinking. And that voice, I don't know if that's a real language. I didn't look into it. I probably should have researched that. But that voice sells the game. the sound is like, oh, anyway. I thought I died there. See, that could have been a chasm. An empty gap where I would have fell to my death. Nope. Nope. Let's back up. And even that. Look at that. Beautiful sound effects. Graphics on sound. Just amazing. The crackling of that lightning. Look at the flash. This is spectacular. Get graphics, sound. Let's call them. And options for controls. Let's talk about the control scheme here. So your L1 calls him. You can put your shield away. You don't need it out all the time. You'd rather have that hand open. I would get really confused with the controls, but that's just me. I think everything does how it's supposed to, what it's supposed to do. Everything reacts the way it's supposed to react. But even though they give you a small interaction tutorial about what to do, interactive tutorial, that's the word. Part of the challenge is figuring it out on your own and seeing the different things that Trico can do. Because part of the problem solving is using Trico and what his effect has on the world. So he doesn't want to come down because he doesn't like water. So I got to figure out a way to get him down. But very few times that I feel the controls were to blame for my death or my mishaps. Even if I didn't die and I got myself into trouble, rarely that I feel it was the controls. It was mostly me saying, oops, I forgot that button does that, or oh, this is not supposed to do that at this moment. Like for example, there you go. So let's see. Oh, that was my fault. And if there is an area where he's, he could fall and die, he will stop. You'll see him stumble a little more. That's really dangerous, kid. Back off. Alright, so we're done. Let's go. Jump. And if you can't reach the chain, or if you can reach it just by standing still, circle will do the trick. You'll hang on to it immediately. And a lot of the puzzles, while simplistic, are very rewarding and challenging. Especially trying to figure out what's going to go where and when. The when is a very important part of these puzzles, especially the ones involving Trico. Like I was saying earlier, he is a very important part of this game. Obviously, since he's the only other character in here besides him. Well, him and the child are the only two characters in here. That's not a spoiler, by the way. If you think so, well, then you probably didn't see the trailers. No. That's one other thing. This kid's like a Hulk. He is... So we kept calling him in the stream the Hulk. He takes a beating, a pounding, and keeps on ticking. Like, very few things can put him down. 100-foot drop? That might put him down. See? There's circle. And here is where it gets a little crazy. So I want to pick that up. There we go. That chain gets in the way. I'll end up picking up the chain. And here comes Trico. Oh. Little tip. That wave comes in handy in one of the puzzles in the future. So you got to make sure you make him dash. And the physics and the water are just spectacular. And the word, remember, immersion. This game is immersive. You're in here. You and this animal, mythical beast, whatever you want to call him, will bond. Whether you like it or not. I dare anyone not to bond with this big, lovable goof. It's impossible. I mean, look at him. His feathers are wet. The voice of the child. So cute. Seeing them bond. Come on. I always think he says, "Come here, girl." So I don't know. In my head, Trico's a chick. Or a female animal. Whatever. You know. I don't know what you would call this thing. Alright, Trico. Let's go, buddy. So here we go. Now I gotta command them to go that way. So we've talked graphics, sound, and controls. I really don't know what else to tell you guys. This game's not for everybody. This game takes patience, and certain parts of it takes a lot of dedication. And not dedication to like press the buttons really fast, or you know, who has the fastest reflexes or the best build character. There it is. Good thing I hung on to him, because he will leave you behind, then you gotta call him back. Oh, and there goes. Look at those physics. Those particle effects from the water. Droplets, water droplets. I don't know if they call them particle effects. Classify the water droplets. Here we go. And he's going. He's gonna take off. Come on, buddy. Get the wind up. I don't know why he's not going. Supposed to climb on my own? Okay, I don't remember this. I remember this is a while ago. Honestly, overall, the amount of fun I had with this game is unmeasurable. Like a good piece of art, it stirs emotions in you that you didn't think it would. And I know the debate is, are video games art? Is music art? Are movies art? All art is subjective, right? Some people think it's crap, other people think it is the most beautiful, wonderful thing you could probably lay your eyes on. And some people might say, hey, this game is crap. I don't think so. I don't think the experience that you get from this, the feelings that it gives you, cannot be replicated. And does that have a price? Now I'm going to tell you guys, I did not buy this game. This is a loan. This is a borrowed from a friend of mine, Jason. He let me borrow it over the weekend, and an extra day for me to do this review. I beat it. I didn't purchase. If I had purchased it, I would keep this. Now that I played this and I completed it, I don't know if I would go buy it. Now hear me out. I was like, whoa, why wouldn't you buy a game that you're talking so good about? The emotional journey that it took me through, had I invested that money initially, it would feel different. Now, I did not invest any money in this. Obviously, it's on loan. I don't know if I want to pay for that emotional journey that it took me through. If I didn't know what this game would do to me, I would have bought it just on pure looks and feel of the trailers. I would have bought this game. It was on my list, but obviously Final Fantasy 15. There's just a bunch of other stuff that just came out, and this got moved to the back. So I was really thankful that Jason let me borrow it so I could experience it. So take that with, however you want to. I wouldn't buy this game anymore now that I played it. If I hadn't played it, I would have bought it. I would definitely give this game and this is the hard part. I was debating between an 8 or a 10. 8 or a 10. And the sheer brilliance of gameplay, character development, storytelling, graphics, sound design, level testing, and there's no glitches. Now I thought I found a glitch yesterday when I was doing the last part of the game. When I was beating the last guardian, I thought I found a glitch, and it wasn't. It was just me not realizing what had happened in the game world. So I'm gonna leave it as that. No glitches. There is no glitches in this game. Um, it's a 10. Hate it or love it. Hate me or love me for giving it a 10 out of my 10 or 5. I normally do 5, but I think for this year we're gonna do out of 10. It gives me a little more flexibility with my my scoring. I'm gonna give it a 10. No other game is gonna be able to replicate what this game gave me. Playing this over again is not gonna be able to replicate what it did to me the first time. Like eating a fine piece of cheese or having one of the best cups of wine. I'm kidding. One of the best craft beers. That's what I should say. Or yeah, this is not, you can't replicate that experience. Definitely go out and play this if you have the patience, if you have the willpower to endure through some of the more challenging puzzles. You're gonna find a treasure at the end of this game. It's completely gonna be worth your time and your emotional investment. That's unmeasurable. Alright guys, this is my first review I've done in this manner. Normally I would do them in front of the camera with my face to it, and I would have notes, you know, for me to read, but obviously this is a lot harder. I had to practice this in my head and do it while I'm playing around with the game. Let me know what you guys think. If you enjoy this format, if you enjoy the old format better. I only had a few reviews under my belt, and they were mostly put in under my Let's Chat, but I definitely want to do them separate from Let's Chat and just leave that as chatting time for me and the guys. Okay, so yeah, hit that like button if you like the review. Hit that dislike button if you don't like the review, because then that tells me a lot. All right, guys, I gotta go, and this is Oscar Osman 1337 signing off.